You're watching Pyro Media Network.
What is going on, you guys? We are back. Well, this is kind of a new thing that I'm doing right now. So it's going to be pre-recorded episodes, segments rather, that are kind of strung together to create one full episode, which will be on Patreon. So if you are not on our Patreon, make sure you guys go ahead and head over to patreon.com. And then you can go ahead and follow us or sign up for us. It's only $5 a month. And you'll be able to kind of get into that. It's called the hotspot. So make sure you head over to patreon.com/Pyro Media. That's right, patreon.com/Pyro Media. All right, you guys, what are we talking about today? Today well, not just today, but what we're talking about right now. And we're going to get into DEI and what's really going on behind it. So if you guys don't know, we're, I think, week 2 of this atrocity that is the Trump administration. So we're going to be fair, we're going to be factual and actual, and we're going to be talking about what's going on with this particular situation. But I think for those who may not know what DEI is, DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is defined as the presence of differences and dimensions of human identity. So like when we go into a boardroom of a major company, you should see a full representation of what America looks like and the constituents of that particular company organization, right? And so this helps to promote representation. This helps allow the ability to create a space where a bigger talent pool is made, and not just specifically to the white patriarchal establishment that we've grown accustomed to over the last century or so. So that is the reason why DEI exists. And DEI has been the DEI standard has been in existence for, or even mentioned within the past couple of years or whatever, past couple of administrations. However, DEI has been at the forefront of civil rights, right? And so if we want to get to the core of it, right? And what a beautiful time to have a conversation about it during one of the most monumental months of the year, which is Black History Month, right? And so these are conversations that are being brought up during this time. But I want to bring up something that has gone viral on today, and that is a clip of a conversation that Jasmine Crocker was having on CNN. When she was being interviewed. So let's take a quick look at it and see what we think about it on the other side of this. Take a look.
I am tired of the white tears. Listen, if you are competent, you are not concerned. When I walk into Congress every single day, you know why I don't feel away and why you can't make me doubt who I am? Is because I know that I had to work 10 times as hard as they did just to get into the seat. When you look and you compare me to Marjorie Taylor Greene or me to Lauren Boebert, there is no comparison. And that is the life that we have always lived. So the only people that are crying are the mediocre white boys that have been beaten out by people that historically have had to work so much harder. This is why they don't want us to have education. This is why they are trying to literally say we won't fund the HBCUs, because they know that if they've already gone after affirmative action and they're saying, you know what, don't allow them to come into, say, these PWIs, as we call them, don't allow them to come into these institutions. We know why they created the HBCUs in the first place. It was because they wouldn't allow us into the white institutions. And so now they're not allowing us in. And now they're saying, you know what, we're also going to defund the HBCUs. You know why? Because they don't want any more Kamala Harrises. They don't want any more Jasmine Crockett's. But I got news for them. I don't care what they do. We will fight to the end to make sure that we get our due. Because again, if you want to talk about the people that shouldn't shouldn't be in this country, you probably need to look in the mirror, because the last time I checked, the Native Americans who summer ICE have been rounding up, or the Puerto Ricans who are absolutely Americans, listen, the only people that came and colonized this place are your ancestors, Trump.
Can we just take a moment to just acknowledge the queen that is Jasmine Crockett? Like, this is exactly what we've been talking about when it comes to the pushback and the aggression and the fire that we would like to see Democrats ignite and fight back with. This is what we're talking about. This is the type of leadership that we're looking for, the type of messaging that we're looking for, because Jasmine Crockett said it best. You know, we're in a space where we're trying to defend something that we as a culture, as a community, as minorities have been fighting for 2,000 times more than our white counterparts. And so like that's really what it is, right? And so it's not that we don't have a huge talent pool within the United States. It's just that you want it to look a certain way. And that's really what we want you to be honest about, right? But that's not how it should be. And that was the whole premise and purpose of DEI, right? And that was the whole premise and purpose of creating these programs and fighting against the white patriarchal aggression that is white supremacy, right? And so that is really the focus behind all of this conversation. And so to hear anything else, to hear that it's not a safe space for white people, yeah, it's definitely giving us white tears. This is stuff that we had to deal with for centuries. I don't know if you remember, but this country was built on slavery. That White House that Trump is in right now was built by my ancestors. So, and not it wasn't like it was like, hey girl, can you go and come in and build this? We'll give you some coins. It wasn't like that. They told you what you were going to do, and if you didn't do it, you would die. And that is sad. Like, at the end of the day, for you to sit there and piss on us and tell us it's rain, it's completely like just a slap in the face and disrespectful. And that is the whole premise behind why there's so much annoyance and why there's so much rage behind the dismantling of and the systematic dismantling of DEI. And so, yeah, so I'm interested to know your thoughts. Definitely hit us up on Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/Pyro Media so you can see the full episode of what my thoughts are on this, because we can't put everything out on here, right? So but thank you guys so much for tuning on in. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you head over to Patreon, and also if you're feeling so inclined, shout out to Jasmine Crockett. Let her know that you're enjoying what you're getting over here. And if you're feeling so inclined, also feel free to bless me by hitting up my Cash App at Kwame C86, or you can hit up paypal.me/KCorbett and the number 1. All right, y'all. Well, until then, y'all stay blessed, stay stress-free, and I'll see you on the other side. Peace.